So because we're moving so fast in this course, we're only requiring the 26 pages of Antigone that we've already assigned. That's where you're going to spend time close reading. That's what you're going to focus your essay on. So the rest of the play is optional, but you should consider reading it. It's very interesting, but optional. But not to leave you wondering too much, here's what basically happens. And remember, there are no spoilers in Greek tragedy. Everybody in the audience knows the outcome is going to be bad. The interesting part is not what happens, but how it actually unfolds. The things people say, the things people feel, the impact of what happens along the way. So here's what happens, but you're going to have to read it for yourself to find out how these things happen. So you know that Antigone broke the law and is willing to die for it. Creon sticks to his guns and says she will be put to death anyway, even though she's his niece. Ismene, Antigone's sister, tries to intervene, and we learn that Antigone is engaged to Creon's son, Haman. But that still doesn't sway Creon. So Antigone was going to be Creon's daughter-in-law, but that doesn't matter to him either. So then Haman comes to Creon to try to sway him, to try to sway his father. And the citizens in the chorus make it clear that they're sympathetic to Antigone, but are too afraid to challenge Creon because he's the king. The father-son conversation becomes a shouting match, and Haman implies that Creon might find his son dead too if Antigone is killed. So he kind of threatens his father and then leaves. Antigone starts to panic about actually dying, even though where she knows she's headed there, but she still won't give up her position. So she sticks to her guns. Guards take her to be sealed up in a tomb where she will eventually die. Tiresias, a blind prophet, comes to tell Creon that he's making a big mistake, both in sentencing Antigone to death and in leaving Polynices unburied. Now, that's significant to have a prophet tell you this. This is somebody who's supposed to be connected to the gods. But Creon just gets mad again and accuses Tiresias of taking bribes and of just making this stuff up in order to get Creon to change his mind. So then Tiresias warns that the punishment for killing Antigone will be that his own son, Haman, will die. And that finally shakes Creon a bit. And so finally he relents. He rushes off to free Antigone from her tomb. After Creon leaves the stage to go do that, a messenger shows up to announce that Haman, the son, has killed himself. Eurydice, Haman's mother, asks what happened. And the messenger explains that Haman went to Antigone to the tomb, opens the tomb, and finds that Antigone hanged herself. So she's dead. When Creon arrives at the tomb, Haman attacked him with a sword and then used the sword to kill himself. He doesn't kill his father, but he attacks him and then kills himself. So then Eurydice leaves after hearing all of this tragedy. Creon gets back carrying his dead son, and Creon cries out, blaming himself for the death of Haman. Then the messenger returns with the news that Eurydice, Creon's wife, Haman's mother, has also killed herself, while blaming Creon for the death of their son. The play ends with Creon a broken man, and the final lines are said by the chorus. Great words sprung from arrogance are punished by great blows. So it is one learns in old age to be wise.